Okay, so again,
We have a
I don't
discrepancy.
necessarily need the money tomorrow, but if you're gonna do any of the optional clothing merch, I need that by at least the order by tomorrow.
I
Okay,
have my order.
so hold it, just give it to me later. I got too much going on right now.
Yup.
I cannot multitask. Okay, so on number 4, because the 4A is wrong, everything is going to be wrong. So the answer to 4A should be around your age. Maybe a little bit bigger, okay? Now, remember, when you're doing, and remember this for the lab today, when you're doing force and elongation with the spring, you have to put force on this axis and the elongation on the x-axis. Okay, this isn't independent, dependent variables. And the reason that you have to do that is because when you draw that slope, which you're going to do today, and you find that slope, which is going to represent your spring constant, which is that lowercase k, which is change in y over change in x. So that's got to be force over elongation, which is going to be newtons per meter. The reason that that has to go that way is because when you look at the equation for us, which is 1/2 kx squared, okay? So that's going to be 1/2, and then that slope has units of newtons per meter, and then you're multiplying by meters squared. Those cancel out. You get newton meters, boom, you're back to joules. So today, when you draw this graph, okay, make sure that you put force on the x-axis and or force on the y-axis and elongation on the x-axis. Okay, on question number 6, where you've got the, I think that's the crayon problem. So, hopefully you've set up a chart, hopefully you've done something like that. To give you some perspective, 6A, that answer should be a little bit less than 2
This is
joules.
equal, so this many joules of kinetic, and then it's still.
Good enough?
Yeah, because you still have like the
Okay.
room.
That wasn't even a gap, that was just a little bit less than 2.
So that's your.
Yeah, but that was just between 1.5 and 2.
Yeah.
Is it 19?
Is that okay?
Between 1.8.
Yep, Sean. Your answer to 7A should be an and GPA,
And then I just multiply that up.
okay?
Should it be my favorite number?
I don't know what
Is
your
it?
favorite number is.
3.
That could be.
So
I just
which
read your
number?
favorite number.
I'm not saying it's
March
not, I'm
3rd,
not saying
March
it is,
3rd,
I'm just saying
2008.
it could be.
What if it's 4?
That makes sense.
And also in elementary school, I was consistently the 3rd tallest in the class.
Huh.
No, last name. It was I had the 3rd last name. in the class.
Okay, how did we go from 3rd tallest to last name?
Because one time I was the 3rd tallest, but that was only in 4th grade. Will,
Who was
Will,
tall?
you remember? 3 was my number. I swear I brought.
Will's
this up.
like, what are you talking about? Will's going,
I have no idea.
Who was your
Will's
4th
going, I
grade
don't even
teacher?
remember 3rd grade.
I have no idea.
Okay,
That's like me
I've
in the
known you for
90s.
years and have
I'm a
never
little
heard
fuzzy
you
on the whole
mention number
90s thing.
3.
Well, that's good. Well,
Okay.
I always wanted it in basketball. I got it in basketball.
On number 8,
I
okay,
don't remember people's basketball numbers.
with the bungee jumpers. So let me kind of give you a visual. If I can find it.
It was 7A, that was the N GPA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be 3 for 8.
Solid 3.
8A. I got 15.8 meters per
I
second.
got 15.3.
Me too.
Okay,
B, I got 52.3.
so why do we,
I got 40.4.
why when you bungee jump, why do you use a stretchy cord and not say a chain?
So you don't.
So you don't get cheese wired when you.
Yeah, okay? Because,
So you don't
again, it's the
split in
old
half
joke, it
when you-
isn't
when it stops.
the final velocity being 0, it's the rate at which you reach the final velocity of 0,
Acceleration.
okay? So, when, let's say this is your bungee, and this is you. So you're here, right? This is anchored. And you're gonna fall for a while in free fall before this thing starts to stretch, okay? So that's what you're gonna find out is, okay, how fast are they going when the cord begins to stretch. Now, so here's, you're following, boom, the bungee cord becomes tight at this point. Now, as you fall further and further and further, what happens to the upward force created by the bungee cord?
Increases.
What?
Because it's big stretch.
Yeah, because force equals kx. So the further this stretches, the more upward force there's going to be. Now, if you're going to come to a stop, at some point, what do you know about the force of the bungee cord relative to the gravitational force acting downward?
Equal?
Well, better yet,
0?
no,
1.
no.
2.
Might we want the bungee cord force to be bigger than the force of gravity?
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. Okay?
No. Let's just keep going.
I'm just throwing it out. I'm not saying it's mandatory. I'm just throwing that out as an idea. Okay? So, here's the easiest way to approach this problem. You end up 31 meters below the deck. Okay? So the easiest way to do this is to think backwards and say, okay, how much UG would I store if I went from 31 meters up to the bridge deck? Okay? So that's going to be
This is really looking like I did this wrong. already.
MGH.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll let you look at this. You're okay.
Now, that has to equal the energy stored in the spring.
Oh,
So UG has to equal us. And that's going to be 1/2 K x squared. Now,
no.
what do you use for your H value? 12, 19, or 31?
31.
31. What do you use for your X value in us? 12, 19, or 31?
19.
19. So then you find your K value, which should be around 100.
Cool. So
32.
40 is bad.
What was my?
Yeah,
Like
40 is
50.
bad.
Wait, how did you get 40? I got
Ooh.
52.
So what I did,
I-
what I did, which was bad and dumb, I
At
found
least you're
the
consistent.
kinetic energy from your free fall, and then set that equal to how much the spring, which is not how that works.
No.
I mean, I did my math right. I did the whole.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
It just is not.
But again, my mistake. I should have
Wait.
told you yesterday how to start the problem. And
You
was
did that?
pure sci- Yes, I did.
What?
Interesting,
Yes.
I think I
'Cause I think so far. Has anyone gotten 100 on this?
Nope.
No.
I told you all to say. I drew this picture.
I think the
listened
only
to the
one
video.
the only one who got 104, I believe is supposed to be the right answer,
Yeah.
is Mitchell. So far, the only person I know of who got 104
got
on that question
104.
is Mitchell.
I can't put it in my
I need-
calculator for some reason.
Wait, so
Calculator skills are a
Am
thing.
stupid, and therefore,
Your answer to 8E should be around your legal drinking age. Not what you think the legal drinking age was when your
No.
parents were out of
Oh,
town.
so. Not
Definitely not even close.
What do you have, Will?
I don't want to say.
What do you
Sad.
have?
115.
Oh my God!
I knew something was a little off.
finally I can drink.
Yeah, I'm 115 in Martian year. No,
You didn't even think
That's
you like
acceleration.
die.
no.
That's what I was thinking when I got the answer, and I was like,
That seems yeah,
I'll just go to the next question.
yeah. 115. That would snap you because that would be like 15G. Did you bungee cord? Yes. Did you live? No. Now
You
let's
would
talk
actually-
about
you would
number
be
Show up in
9.
heaven in like 15 pieces.
But it'd be a good story though.
It would be a cool story. You sit around your
It's
heavenly
like, how
campfire.
did you die? I was in an old age
Here's the
home
story.
in a bid.
So here's the
You know,
story.
being fed with a spoon versus how did you die? I was bungee jumping. Cool.
Bungee jump.
Okay.
So why are you in 15 pieces? 115 meters
Yeah.
per second squared. That was my
That's
acceleration.
Now, there's two ways you
Oh.
can do number 9. I want to show you both ways. One option is that you go old school, because you want to figure out the velocity and how fast it's going when it lands. So option number one is that because you have the
Just
launch angle and you
overcomplicating the
have the
problem.
launch
There we go.
velocity. So option number one, you break it up into Vx and Vy. Okay? Then, knowing that Vy, you can find the height that it goes up to from beyond the cliff. Then, once you know that, then you can find the vertical velocity that it has when it lands, which has to be bigger than the initial vertical velocity because it falls farther. So then when it lands, you're gonna know Vy, you're gonna keep the same Vx, and then you find that hypotenuse. Okay?
Good old
So-
projectile motion.
Huh?
It's a good old projectile
Good
motion.
old projectile motion. Because it asks for the speed. So you're gonna keep the same Vx, you're gonna find the new Vy, and then find the hypotenuse. Okay? That's old school. And if that speaks to you, go with it. Okay? Now, option number two, you use energy. So it's projected out like this. So what's the two types of energy that it has when it's being launched?
Potential and kinetic.
So you can have UG and some KT naught, right? True? When it lands, what's the only type of energy that it's gonna have?
KT naught.
Your final kinetic energy, right? So that's gonna be 1/2 mg plus 1/2 m v naught squared equals 1/2 m v squared.
Oh, and all the m's cancel. Right?
Multiply by 2 and you get what?
I figured they
Oh.
canceled out some way.
G plus V naught.
2,
Oh yeah, 2G.
there's an H in there.
2G.
So
2GH plus V naught squared equals V squared.
V squared.
otherwise known as
That
that
equation.
equation.
We went over this in class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Which one is V squared?
again, my bad.
Yeah,
Which one is V squared?
it's all your fault.
It's that equation. It's V squared equals V naught squared plus 2GH.
That makes sense.
Yeah, instead of AD, it's just GH.
Wait, what question?
So you should, on number 9, you should get an answer around 200.
Okay, yeah. Much better.
Yeah, Sean, is that acceptable?
Sure.
Sure.
I haven't done number 9. Oh.
So you find out the height.
Okay.
Where did I get? Oh,
The height?
No, I
Oh,
studying
that's-
for colleges.
I did a dumb
You have
one.
to do the.
Okay.
Wait.
So keep that problem in mind when you answer question number 19 out of the book.
yeah, how do you find the height?
Yeah, for that
For
equation.
which one?
9.
It tells you 9.
It says you have a 265 meter cliff, but
That's your
From the
H value.
speed going up.
Because that's how much,
So, yo.
that's how much potential energy that it's gonna have at the beginning.
because even though
What a silly question.
Just
I would
not
never
the
ask
thing.
that.
I don't do that, Danny. I just say words.
Thinking is hard.
That's a bad habit of being going.
I say the words and then
There
someone
we go.
explains to me why I'm stupid.
That seems a little more reasonable.
That sounds like,
32 meters per
I
second
want
squared.
that job. Oh, I do have that job, I'm sorry.
What was?
You do a very good job at that
I
job.
love it when kids say, "You judge us." You're right, I get paid to judge you. That's my job.
We just don't like the part where you execute.
I know, I haven't executed anyone.
What was 8E?
Huh?
What was 8E?
8 what?
E?
Around the legal drinking age.
So.
Not 115.
It's not 115 this
How do
time.
you even find that?
Okay.
Not 32
I got that
either.
because I pulled a wrong number from the wrong problem.
Okay. When this person's at the bottom, what are the two forces acting on the person?
Spring.
You have the force of the bungee cord acting up, which is going to be F equals kx, right? What's the downward force?
Gravity.
Gravity, which is going to be
F equals mg.
True?
Sure.
The difference between those two is your, rhymes with et force,
Net force.
Best force.
net force. Which one has to be bigger?
Force.
The
Force
The
of
one-
spring.
Spring.
Springy, so you don't hit the ground.
Yes.
So you don't.
Because if this is
Yeah.
always bigger, you're never going to stop.
springy, so you don't.
Yay!
Not there.
Does it-
Now, your net force also equals what?
380 right now.
Mass times acceleration.
Acceleration?
There's
Yeah.
a new equation.
You haven't done that yet. Ooh.
Okay, anything else?
The book one.
All of the,
Oh yeah, multiple choice questions from the
8B.
book.
Huh?
Wait, there's only
8B.
one. Come on.
Like we have to,
8B?
D. We have to derive the equation.
What's the force acting up?
Yeah, so
What's the force acting down?
gravity.
How do you calculate net force?
Subtract.
Yes!
Wait, for each 80, it's around legal distance, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so 20 is acceptable.
That is not the right answer.
Okay. Okay.
It's probably 22. Man.
20.1?
No.
Oh. What world do you think we wouldn't accept? You
I don't know.
accept 20, would accept 20.3.
Yeah, 20, no, 20.1. Oh, I'm all in.
All in. What did you get for 8?
Okay. Did
For
somebody
8.
have a question out of the book?
Blank.
8B. Ocho.
Going once?
Wait, wait, wait.
21,
Wait,
but
I-
that's 67.
I think it was 9.
Mathematically, I got 32.
No,
Mathematically, I got 32. There might be a number in here that's wrong. Probably the meters. Because I got 104 for the means per meter.
I'm gonna need to see that problem.
I guess not.
Okay, we're good. All right, shut off your.
Wait, what? I thought you were gonna answer.